I'm excited, Ariel. Go for it.
Shalom class.
Shalom.
Today we were going to learn about simple future tense. Next. Next. So, what is the simple future tense? Simple future tense is a tense form that is used to express events that will occur in the future. Again, future. So, whatever we were going to do or plan in the future can be expressed with this tense. Likewise, with our situation or conditions. Next. So, the function of the simple future tense. First,
I'm really sorry, but I don't see you in Google Classroom. Are you there?
Not yet, sir.
You just haven't clicked it, or do you have any problem with the account? Because I want to give you notes here.
Wait.
You have not joined it, yeah. Is it?
Wait, sir, wait.
I don't see Ariel. She goes with Ariel Nababan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's only Adnan Arta Aquila on the A, guys.
Wait.
I'm sorry, it's yeah, because I needed to mark you and give you notes, so it's almost impossible. If you continue without your name here. If you cannot work on the problem, we can just skip it and you can continue your presentation. Johan, nobody on Zoom. Oh, two. Oh, they're both still outside Jakarta, yeah? Refi should be here. Emmanuel? Emmanuel, hi. Can you hear me? Emmanuel, hi. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. All right, let's continue then, yeah? I'm sorry. Yeah.
First, to express prediction for the future. 2, to
Yes, sir.
express spontaneous action. 3, to state the plan. 4, to express desire or willingness. 5, to express an order. 6, to invite someone or invitation. 7, to offer something. And 8, to give advice. Next. And now is a verb of time. The following is a description of the time that is generally used in the simple future tense, like tomorrow, later, next week, next month, next year, soon, tonight, by and by, the day after tomorrow. It's actually quite easy to remember the timestamp. The timestamp of the event that will happen or happens later is the future tense sentence. Next. So the next slide is the difference between will, shall, and going to. In generally, the words will, shall, and going to have the same meaning, which mean will. However, in some situation, the word can also have different meanings based on the context. Next. The next slide, will or shall. First, will is used for the subjects I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. 2, shall is used for the subject I and we. 3, to express a desire and an unwillingness or definite possibility. 4, stating a fact or general truth. 5, stating a promise or offering yourself spontaneously. The example of the sentence, I will come to your birthday party tonight. He will not buy a pencil tomorrow. And the last, I shall study tonight. Next slide. And now is the going to. Going to can be used for subject I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. 2, used to be am is are after the subject. For example, I am going to, she is going to. 3. Express a desire but only limited to the intention. For the example, I'm going to your birthday party tonight. And the last, she is going to be a teacher. Next slide. So this is the formula for the simple future tense. This is a affirmative formula. So the formula is subject plus will plus verb 1 first object. So this is for so this is for verbal formula, and the below is for nominal formula. Nominal formula is subject plus will plus be and plus a and a. And a is adjective, nouns, and adverb. So for the example for the verbal sentence, this: I will come to your party tomorrow. And for the nominal sentence, she will be his wife next year. Next. And now is the negative formula. Negative formula for the verbal sentence: subject plus will, not or want, plus verb 1 plus object. And the below is for nominal sentence: subject plus will not or want, plus be plus a and a. For the example, for the verbal sentence, he will not studying in the class until next week. For the nominal sentence, they won't be happy if you don't come. Next slide. So this is for the interrogative formula or question formula. Formula is will plus subject plus verb 1. That's for verbal sentence. The example is, will you come visit your uncle in his town next month? And for the nominal formula sentence, will plus subject plus be plus a and a. For the sample, won't you be here for a while? Next. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariel. You may be seated. Can you make sure that you're in Google Classroom right away? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good job. All right, who's next? Catherine. Hey. Let's go.
So, hello everyone.
Hi.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon to all my friends. And so I want to start. Okay. So I want to tell you something. Are you all familiar with these lyrics, like in childhood on Galway and like mine? No. Okay. Next slide. Okay. So let me introduce you to simple future tense. So, okay. So, what is simple future tense is? The simple future tense is a tense that's used to talk about things that haven't happened yet, or we can say it used to refer to events that will happen in the future. And what is the purpose of this tense? So, first is to talk about unplanned action in the future, to state a promise, to state determination, and to emphasize general truths. And you can see the example of this. Next. Okay, and it's to talk about invitation to talk about prediction, to talk about a habit, and to request something. Okay, what is the time signal of this tense? The time signal of this tense is tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, 2 days later, next month, next time, and so. Okay, so what is the formula of this of this tense? So the formula of this tense is subject plus will or shall plus verb And the second one is subject plus to be, MSR, going to plus verb 1. And for the negative, subject plus will or shall plus not plus verb 1 plus subject. And the second one is subject plus to be, MSR plus not plus going to plus verb 1. And for the interrogative is will or shall plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. And the second one is to be MSR plus subject plus going to plus verb 1. And but remember, there are two types of formula of this tense, verb and to be verb. To make examples of verb simple future tense sentence, use will, shall, be going to, plus verb 1. While the sentence to be verb simple future tense, use will, shall, be going to, plus be, plus adjective, adverb, and noun. Or we can say it Anna. So, what is the difference between these three words? Shall, will, and going to. So, we can use shall for offer as suggestions or to ask for advice, and it can use only with first person, like I and we. This word only used to sound more formal or old-fashioned. And for will is commonly used for this type of tense. Use will when you plan to do something which is not decided concretely. And we can use going to when a plan has been decided, usually used in informal condition. This is for the example of shall. Like, we shall go out together. I shall play in the playground. We shan't. For your information, we can shorten this word, like shall not, and I shan't play in the playground. And for integrative, shall we go together, shall play in the playground. And next, this is the example of will. My brother will visit the new museum next month. My brother won't or will not visit the new museum next month. And for the interrogative, will your brother visit the new museum next month? And for the example of going to, they are going to the cinema tomorrow, they are not going to the cinema tomorrow. And for the interrogative, are they going to the cinema for tomorrow? Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Good job, Catherine. Really appreciate it. All right, who's next? All right, we got Rafael. Let's give a round of applause for Rafael.
Okay, shalom class. So, okay, so today we talk about simple future tense. Next slide. Okay, what is simple future tense? When we talk about future, we're talking about anything that's happened after now. Even that was happened in 5 minutes from now, 5 years from now, that was the future. So when we want to talk about that, we use simple future tense. Simple future tense is simple future tense is a sentence used to describe events that will occur in the future and will end in the future too. So like we want to talk about something in the future, we use this simple future tense. And then when we talk about simple future tense, when we want to use, we divided simple future tense to two conditions. There was a formal and informal. For the formal, we can use will or shall. And then there is for me there is a simple future tense mascot. What is that? Will and going to. Why just will and going to? Because for me, shall, we can use shall in the formal situation, just in the formal situation. That's why shall cannot be, what is that? Cannot be friends with, just with the subject when you use the subject I and we. That's it. And then for the formal we can use will or shall, and that was the mascot of this simple future tense. And as the informal, we divided it in two. There is a planned and unplanned. What does that mean? Unplanned, we can use will or shall. Something that we don't think about, and then we say that we want to do, but we don't think about that before. And then the plan, we have planned that thing. Like we plan something for in the future, and we want to say it. Next slide. So this is the simple future tense function. The function of the simple future tense is general, is to talk about something that will happen in the future. And there's also the other simple future tense function. The first of all is to make instant decision, and that was unplanned. For the example, when Cinta say, "Are you bringing some food?" and Ranga say, "Oh no, I forgot. I will buy them on the way." So you can see that Ranga make a decision right when Cinta asking to him. And then the second one is future action or plans, and that one plan, not plan. For the example, when Rachel said, "What is your plan for the weekend?" and Ramona answered her, "I will go to the Green Lake Park." So he make plan before that. And then the three function of simple future tense is future prediction. For the example, Givi say, "Dina sleeps all day," and then Bapa say, "Yeah, I think she will fail her exam if she always be like that." So he make a prediction about Dina. And then the four is offer and request. For example, when mom say, I will help you with your homework tomorrow, son." And then the son answer, "Thank you, mom. I will help you to wash the dishes." Okay, next. So we go to the simple future tense formula. So basically, the simple future tense formula is subject plus will plus base verb. What is base verb? Base verb is the verb one. There is a interesting fun fact with the simple future tense is the verb doesn't change. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. So the verb is still on the verb one. So the formula is subject plus will plus base verb, and then the rest of the sentence. The rest of the sentence is object, or maybe you put the time signal, something like that. And then on the going to, the formula is subject plus to be. You need to be in the going to, and then going to plus base verb, and then the rest of the sentence. For the example, for will, I will buy you a new dress. And then you can see I is the subject, will is will, buy is the verb, and you a new address. The new dress is the rest of the sentence. And then the same sentence, I am going to buy you a new dress. It was the same sentence, but a different when you use going to and will. Okay, next. Okay, now we talk about simple future tense negative form. The formula of the negative form is subject plus one plus base verb. What is one? One is will plus will not become one. It's the same like does not with become doesn't. So will not become one. So the formula is subject plus one plus base verb. That was verb one, and then the rest of the sentence. For the example, she won by the new game, and then the going to, the formula is subject plus isn't it or aren't, and then plus going to plus base verb, and then rest of the sentence. For the example, she isn't going to buy the new game. So the isn't or aren't is follow the subject. If the subject, like, if the subject I, you use I am not going to buy the new game. So next slide. Okay, we come up with simple future tense interrogative form. Interrogative form, or aka question, are divided into two types, namely closed-ended question and open-ended question. What is closed-ended question? Closed-ended question are when the answer of the question only revolves around yes or no. Closed-ended questions are valid in both positive and negative form and can use will or going to. And then the open-ended question is the same with the closed-ended, and the formula is the same as closed-ended question, both positive and negative. Just need to add question word or question word in front. Question word include 5W plus 1H. What, who, where, when, why, how. Okay, next slide. So this is the close-ended question formula. It's the positive form. For the example, for the form is will the subject was best verb for the rest, and then the rest of the question. Example: will you make dinner? And then when you use close-ended question, is when you want to use going to, the formula is to be plus subject plus going to plus base verb, and then the rest of the question. For example, the same sentence is are you going to make dinner? And then the negative form is will plus subject plus not plus base verb, and then the rest of the sentence. And then the example is will you not make dinner? That was the negative form. The negative form is example. And then when you want to use going to, you need to put to be, subject, not, and then going to, and then base verb, and then the rest of the question. For the example, the same sentences. Are you sentence? Where is it? Are you not going to make dinner? Okay. Next slide. Oh yeah, for the close-ended sentence, you just can answer it with yes or no. And then open-ended question. When you use will in the positive form, the point is you use the question word that what, who, where, when, why, how in the front of the sentence, and then like the form is question word plus will plus subject plus base verb, and then the rest of the question. For the negative form is it's the same, but you use will and then not subject, and then base verb, and then the rest of the question. And then when you want to use going to, the formula is question word, and then to be, and then subject, then going to, and then base verb, and then the rest of the question. And for the negative, when you want to use going to, you put the question word at the front, and then to be, and then subject, and then not, and then going to, and then base verb, and then the rest of the question. And this is the example of open-ended question. Like this is the example. How will you make dinner? So how is the question word, and then will, and then subject. Subject is you. Okay. And then make dinner is the base verb, and then the rest of the sentence. And for the negative, why won't you make dinner? See, that was same with the formula. And then why will you not make dinner? And then how are you going to make dinner? So the how is the question word. Are you going? Are is the to be, like to be, and then the subject, you going to make dinner. And then why aren't you going to make dinner? Why are you not going to make dinner? Just add the question word at the beginning of the question. And that was the simple future. That's right. Thank you and God bless you.
Great job, Rafael. Travel. All right, next one we have grievance. Can we give a warm of applause?
Okay, Shalom class. Today we'll be talking about simple future tense. So what is simple future tense? So as we know, verbs are words that we use to refer to actions or states of being. And in English, verbs can be used in a variety of verb tenses. Simple future tense, like what my friends have said before, is used to refer to events that will happen in the future. So it hasn't happened yet. Simple future tense is used to refer to actions or states that begin and end in the future. These events have not happened yet, but will happen sometime in the future. And this is one example. There's lots of simple future tense in the Bible. And it's just one example where Jesus was speaking to Peter. And he says, upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell will not conquer it. So when do we use simple future tense? Commonly, the first one, often we use simple future tense to make predictions or guesses about the future. This can be confident predictions or uncertain ones. For example, he said it will rain tomorrow, or I think our team will win the baseball game, or she is sure that her father will hate his new shoes. Second, we can also use simple future tense to ask questions about the future. So it's sort of interrogative. Will we eat fried chicken today for lunch, or will the dog chase the cat around? So it's questions for the future. And the third one, we can also use simple future tense to express factual statements about the future. For example, as we know, 2024 will be the presidential election. You can say it will be the presidential election next year. Or, for example, there's a soap. We know that the soap is expensive. You can say this expensive soap will cost us more money. Or, for example, it will be lunchtime after this English class. It's a factual statement. Or the fourth, we use simple future tense to consider future possibilities or conditions. For example, if I fail this test, then my parents will take away my phone. So it's a possibility in the future. Or second example, she will only go to church if her sister goes with her. Yeah, and the last one, we can use simple future tense to make commands. For example, you will turn in your term paper on time or else you will fail this class. So it's commanding, yeah, like perintah. You will not play your phone during chapel or it would be taken away from you. Kok ketawa? Yeah. So how do we form simple past tense? So this is the general rule. The formula for simple future is will plus the root form of the verb. And then the form is the same. So the formula is the same regardless if it's singular or plural. So singular or plural, it will still stay the same. And it also stays the same no matter you're using first person point of view, second person point of view, or third person point of view. For example, I will learn a new language. As you can see, the formula is the same, right? Will, and then the root form of the verb. And then this is singular, it's in first person point of view. And the second one, you will see what I mean. It uses the same formula, but this time is in second person point of view. And next one, they will sleep until noon if no one wakes up. This is in third person. And also, Johan will read that book also in third person. And it doesn't matter singular or plural, it stays the same. And then for formal or legal writing, the formula is usually they use shall plus root form of the verb. We know the 10 Commandments, 10 Perintah Allah in English, it uses, some of the commandments use the word shall. For example, you shall not have other gods before me. You shall not steal. You shall not commit adultery. And for example, you shall go to the library and read books about music. And for casual speaking, usually it's the verb be plus going to and then the root of the verb. For example, if we're having a normal casual conversation with our friends or with someone close to us, we usually say, oh, I'm going to do my homework later, or oh, my aunt is going to perform the surgery. The judges are going to pick the beagle to win the dog show. So it's usually more casual or lebih santai. Yeah. Yeah, how to form simple future tense negative. It's actually quite simple. If before we use will, now we just add not. So before we use will plus not plus root form. For example, I will not stop the music. My friends will not leave me, or she will not eat eggs and chicken. Yeah, and then if we make it negative, we usually use will not, right? Yeah, we usually say will not, and if we're speaking casually, usually we can just use contraction. So I will not be angry with my roommate. We can just say I won't be angry with my roommate. Matthew will not visit tomorrow. We can just say Matthew won't visit tomorrow. Or he will not be coming to class. He won't be coming to class. Just to make it shorter, it's usually for casual speaking with your friends. Yeah, thank you and God bless.
All right, good job. Cravens, I don't see your name in your classroom yet. Make sure that you're there by the end of the day. And make sure that I'm grading you at least by next week. Yeah? All right. As usual, I'll be giving you the logic behind future tense. If you want to go into detail of future simple tense, you guys can swallow all the PowerPoint presentation given by Refal. That's the best one. Yeah. Refal got everything under cover except for Anna. Right? You did not really mention Anna, right? Yeah, if you want to go into Anna, you can see Catherine's presentation. But the one that is most elaborative coming from Refal. So again, good job. So here's the thing. Simple tense is a thing that become a status. You will be using this chart. I will be using this chart until the end of our semester. Yay! So this is us. Let's call this a timeline. Do you guys know how do you say timeline in Indo? Yeah. No, bukan lima. Anybody know? It's so cool. It's almost what he said. Do you know? Lini masa. So cool. No, I'm just telling. The Indo language is so cool in that way. But anyhow, let's go here. So present tense is the thing that do not just happen that day or at that moment, but is more like a status of activities or condition or again a personal status. This is a present simple tense. Alright, so we got here present simple tense. Bottom, the next one will be how do you define the past and the future? Past and future in the timeline aspect. Why do I explain this? You guys encountered all the presentation coming from all the four people just now, yeah? You guys on future tense, it is a little bit harder on how to use it. That's why they always try to describe the condition that you're using future tense, and at least they have 5 points. Some has 6 or 7 conditions. Like for example, to tell an unplanned activities, right? Prediction, and etc. Yeah, it has lots of it. But it's so hard to memorize all the 5 to 8 condition of future tense. This is how I memorize it. Do not try to memorize all those 5 condition or 7 condition. Past also has something like that, yeah? Present, if I remember correctly, there are only 2 or 3 conditions. But future and past, it has a better logic than trying to memorize all the 5 conditions. How do I memorize it? I memorize it through this diagram. So if a present is a condition that is happening now, yeah, up until when? Up until now. So what about tomorrow? Will we be still doing the present activities? Depends on how you consider the activities. Depends on, are you still doing the activities or not? Are you guys getting this? For example, if it's a situation or a condition or a status, you're a student. Now you are a student. Am I right? So tomorrow, are you a student? Depends. It has to be you at present time in the future. Then you can describe that you are a student tomorrow. But if you say that tomorrow you will be a student, it means you're not a student now. Are you guys getting this? Yeah. Why? Because future tense is the thing that happened right after present is done. Yeah? And now the future started. Yeah? Then you start having future simple tense. Are you guys getting this? This is a simple chart, but we're gonna go back to here and here again, especially starting next week. We have present continuous tense, right? Present continuous tense. We'll be using this chart again, and you'll be looking at what is actually happening between all those sentences, how good learning tenses is, because then you can be very accurate on the timeline. Why? Because tenses explain timeline. That's it. Yeah? But timeline is relative, sir. Yeah. Okay. Stop doing philosophy. All right? And not today. All right? Okay, not today. Okay. So let's come back here again. A future simple tense is simply things that ended at that hasn't started at present times. Then it happens after present times. It can be an assurance. It can be a probability. It can be a question. The thing is, you don't have to memorize these 3 again. Why? Just trying to memorize the diagram and you're done. Yeah? Don't try so hard to memorize all those 5 conditions. We have, after mixing all those 5 conditions, you have the affirmative type of sentence, you have the negative type of sentence, you have a interrogative kind of sentence. Then you'll get mixed up and so many information coming, and you'll get cloudy. Yeah. All right. So let's forget about this again. It is something that's happening in the future. Yeah, something that is going to happen in the future. But again, as the future characteristic goes, a future is something that is not yet done. So it almost impossible. There is one condition that was told that I guess one of the conditions was mentioned was making a statement or something. factual statement. Yeah. The word factual statement, I personally do not disagree to be here, to happen in the future. Why? Because factual is something that is really happening, that is being proven. Yeah? Factual is something that has been proven. So the thing is, can something be proven if it hasn't happened yet? Are you guys getting this? Okay? So the factual thing, I would say it's still a probability. It's a prediction still. Yeah? Like how you always said when the lecturer tell you to do your homework. Yes, sir, I'll do my homework tomorrow. Will it happen? No. Is it factual? Is it factual? Bullshit, sorry. Yeah? No way it's factual. It's not proven yet, right? Okay, are you guys getting this? Okay, so the condition, especially in languages, do not try to put all the method, yeah, that was being presented by your friends as something that will cage you to use the tenses. Yeah? Don't be so rigid. Yeah? Just try to memorize the logic behind the tenses. Let's continue. What about past tense? It's a simple thing. Past tense is something that happened but stopped at present times. Yeah? So, for example, there was a little bit kind of a little missing information that you guys have to know. A present times does mean the iota of second that happened now. So, for example, I sat at one of the chair, right? How long ago was it? Around 5, 7, 10 minutes ago, right? You guys haven't mentioned minutes. You guys mentioned hour, you guys mentioned days, you guys mentioned weeks, months, year. Am I still sitting there? No. So I should say, I sat there. Yeah? Or, if you want to clarify the condition, you can use just, because it just happened. I just sat there. Are you guys getting this? It's a past tense. I just sat there. Just. The word just describe the word just describe a really short amount of period of time that happened connected to the present times. The word just can be also be used on the future tense. I am just about to. Then you can use that. I'm just about to do it, Mom. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Simple. Okay. Let's go next. So you got past simple tense over here. You got present simple tense. You got future simple tense. I wish life would be very simple, so that we can only so that we have just these three tenses. But no, the devil is always on the details. Yeah. Tomorrow, or next week, we'll be learning present simple tense, where the timeline will be something about like this. Yeah. I'll be showing you guys all the timeline to frame the map of all the tenses. Yeah? What about future? What about past continuous tense? It will be something around like this. What about future tense? It will be something around like this. What about past? Let's stop. All right? You'll get confused. But anyhow, you guys are getting this, right? Okay. I cannot erase this. Well, anyhow, you guys get what I meant, yeah? All right. Okay. So now, we have some new news that are being used. First thing first, Rafael did mention this quite elaborately. The word shall and will. For now, nobody uses shall anymore. It's not just for formal or informal. Nobody uses shall. Unless you're talking about the Bible or the historical records, the way that they should, that they use it. Yeah. Rafael and some of your friends mentioned that shall is used on the formal occasion. However, culturally, currently now, in global context, even in formal context, even in formal activities, everybody will try to be casual. So you don't use shall. Yeah? Even, I think even the queen is not using shall anymore. Unless she's reading a law. Yes, even the Queen of the Great Britain, yeah, they don't use shall anymore. Yeah, there are some words that are outdated already. Yeah, that are not going to be used anymore. Other condition can be a kind of poetic kind of literature. Then you can use shall, if it's a more of a poetic kind of literature. Yeah, especially theatrical, they use shall a lot. Yeah, okay. We got shall, we got will. Do you guys know what's next? That's the third one. What was it? Going to. Now this one got tricky. I myself do not use going to as a part of future simple. Yeah. I myself use going to for future continuous tense. Again, it's based on obligation. Yeah, I know you guys are taking this theory from the internet. Yeah, I know it's a methodical kind of positioning, but I don't use going to. I don't use going to. Yeah, because you guys gonna get tricked. Yeah, because it has the verb to be that requires the word going to. Verb to be, right? Yeah, the verb to be is quite complicated in this one. If you have a verb to be, and then you have a verb with ing, for me, myself, it should be a future continuous tense. Then it's going to be easier for you to actually implement it. Let me tell you one thing. You will never use these tenses, yeah, with the method that you guys are teaching now. The method that you guys are teaching are the things that are going to help you to do some word studies. Yeah, just for example, when we say that you are going to let's say, the mall. For me, this is still a continuous tense. It's a different thing compared to you will go to the mall. Why? Why is it different? Yeah, you are going to the mall and you will go to the mall. The word you are going to the mall is a condition that happened somewhere here. It has a space a little here. Yeah, but then you are going to the mall. It means he's in the activities where he is going to the mall. You are going to the mall. It means, sorry, my bad. You are going to the mall would be something around here. It has some kind of present aspect there because it's an activities that you're doing. But when you say you will go to the mall, then it's happening here. There is no present activities of it. You will go to the mall. It's more of the subtext over here is a description telling you that you will go to the mall. And I don't care how you go to the mall, how you get to the mall, but you will be at the mall. You'll be there. I will attend the activities. I will attend chapel. And difference with I am going to the chapel. I am going to the chapel, it's more like a continuous tense where you're currently going there. Are you guys getting what I'm trying to say? Yeah, because this will be, there will be lots of confusion trying to use going to. The word you are going to the mall, it means there is an activities that you started, that you commit. Something that has more assurance. And you will go to the mall. Another thing. I am going to be, let's try now, the right guy. And I will be the right guy. When you say that I will be the right guy, there's more of a commitment, but then nobody will ask you about the result or even the process, because that's more of a sentence with commitment. But when you say I am going to be the right guy, it means starting from now, starting right after present happened, yeah, you're doing it. You're in the process. Ya. Di Indo, bahasa Indo, ini kayak kalau will be, itu kayak, sorry, I am going, kalau going to be, di Indo, itu kayak pakai kata sedang. Saya sedang akan. Saya akan pergi ke STTBI misalnya. Ya. Kamu sedang akan ke STTBI gitu. Tapi kalau will be itu kayak besoknya orang Jawa. Nggak bisa dituntut. Gitu. Mas mau ngerjain kapan? Besok. Besok Nendi. Besoknya kapan? Sesok. Nyampe besok? Sesok lagi gitu loh. Are you guys getting the logic of future tense? The logic of future tense, when it happened, that's it. Sorry. When you're currently in the present, a future tense is the thing that has never happened yet. Ya. Kalau udah saudara nyampe besok, future tense di mana? Masih nanti lagi. Masuk future lagi, masih di mana future tense? Masih nanti lagi. Gitu. Tapi kalau udah masuk going to, artinya saudara lagi mulai ngelangkah nih tepat abis present, minimal begitu. Itu kalau future continuous tense. Ya? Alright, are you guys getting this? Okay. Again, I'm only explaining you guys the logic because you guys need to eat now. Am I right? Yeah, or else we cannot use logic anymore, sir. Alright, good job for all the presenters today. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, should we pray now? Okay, let's pray. Aquila, can you help us pray? Hey, have you ever prayed in our class? Not yet? All right. Amen. Thank you, Aquila. Guys, a little. Who is on Banten? Who is in Banten? Kamu? Papamu pendeta kan ya? Oke. Masuk per wheel berapa, Lis? Alright guys, you guys may go home. Gak ada doa kan? Ada ya? Gak ada kan? Alright, God bless you guys. See you guys tomorrow ya? And next week ya?